Hello everyone, welcome back to Dark Souls 3 Drunken PvP extravaganza that started the other day, and we're at part 2. If you remember, if you've been keeping track, last time our hero was hit with some pretty crazy stuff, and we're going to recap that real quick. That being said, if the Witch of Lothric invades you, run away, jump off a cliff, quit the game, because you're going to quit anyway when this happens, and all your shit breaks, and somehow you're not dead. So, yeah, the computer did not melt, but the game did crash, so that's interesting. But basically I just started it back up, and I skipped all the startup screens, so we'll get right back into it. So this dude has got a faith build, no apparent weapon, just 2 catalysts. I thought he was going to punch me at first, but then I realized that it was his faith build, so he's just going to try to trade lightning damage with me. Yeah, so it's not, I don't know if you can backstab people when they're doing like lightning stakes and stuff. I don't usually try it because like the trade right now is not worth it to me, because if I'm not blocking, I'm going to get like hit with it. So pretty much I block. I don't really try to get hit with the lightning, even though I do get up in their face. I end up not doing that so much later, as you can see, because he's just chipping through me, which is not, you know, ideal for him, but still better than nothing. And basically I just try to roll catch him. I don't know how much stamina it takes for him to cast those, but if he was smart, he'd probably just cast a couple at a time, and then he ended up hitting me with it. But yeah, he's almost got me dead. So now I was just like, all right, screw the shield. I need to make sure that I just chip him away, and then, you know, kill him, because otherwise I'm gonna lose. Because my strategy is not a winning one. So Tears of Denial, I just threw a knife with, because fuck it. I don't like Tears of Denial. I don't think it's bad, but it's just easily counterable with a throwing knife. So that's one of the few times you'll see me do that. Sometimes I'll just put the like a piece of the armor of thorns on, so I'll have like the gauntlets, and I'll just roll near them, and then that usually will you know, be enough to take care of them, because they only have 1 health. So this dude's got Black Knight Great Sword. So basically, when he does the vertical attacks, just get behind him, backstab him. It's pretty standard great weapon stuff. It doesn't do enough stamina damage to my shield to really make me wanna run away from him. But the rolling stab attacks are something that it does cause me some trouble a few times. So I switched over to this to try to just outrange him a bit. And then he switched over to his Kestis. I don't know why. I guess he figured they were faster or something. And then he's got the Demon Fist, which is like cool, because I've never seen that. And I'm like, what the fuck? When that happened. So as you can tell by my jerky motions, I was pleased at seeing the cool thing, even though it was like at my expense. But that's cool. So then I go back to regularly scheduled program with this, and I end up fighting this guy a couple of times with pretty similar results most of the time, and you'll see in a minute what I'm talking about. Right about that. So we get a draw. It's not my first draw. I actually had a couple of them on this one. But, so I fought that dude. I ended up summoning him again for a rematch, and, you know, I changed weapons a few times. So this guy is not the same. I couldn't find a summon sign again, so, or the first guy, so we're doing something different. He's got a Falchion, maybe Black Knight Shield. Could be a Silver Knight Shield. Tough to tell sometimes. But he's just getting sick of my shenanigans, so he threw a knife at me. So here's a prime example of like why playing drunk is not necessarily the best idea, and you'll see right now. I thought I had my shield out, I didn't. Turns out I just ate a shot to the face to punch him. It was obviously a very bad trade. So, you know, little mistakes like that happen a lot when you're, you know, not on the top of your game. But I don't know if I let it get me down. I don't often see the Falchion, so it's a curved sword. So you gotta pretty much expect normal curved sword user stuff. Although this dude's not doing a whole lot of running attacks. He's trying all sorts of fancy like back steps and shit. And ultimately, I think it's the fancy stuff that if he dies, that gets him killed. This is obviously voiceover. It's not during. I decided that it's probably not best to record whilst super intoxicated because I don't know, just to keep it. I'm not saying that like I keep it PG because I swear a lot, but I just alcohol makes me swear more. So right here, I catch up obviously with the and then he throws a knife at me, which is like, if you have no health left, don't throw a knife at me because I'm gonna start throwing knives back at you, and then you'll just die. But I usually try to avoid that because I think it's stupid. But he keeps doing fancy stuff, so I'm like, oh, I'll just throw a fucking knife at him. Like, oh, let's do dumb back steps and stuff. That'll win me the game. Especially since this dude's obviously throwing knives at me. Like, maybe I should put my shield up. Screw that. So, I killed him with throwing knives because he wanted to throw throwing knives at me, so screw that shit. And I'm usually a little easier to provoke into doing things when I've had a couple. So this dude, rematch again with this guy. This is the guy that I had the draw with before. So he still has the Black Knight Greatsword. And I think he's got a Kestis and a Demon Fist, right? That's what ended up happening before. So this is I think it was a pretty good fight. Yeah, it was a fun fight at the time. Trying to roll catch him with the weapon art, but then he tries to parry me. With the parry, I get the backstab. So I forgot that Ultra Greatswords one-handed have hyper armor still, because regular Greatswords don't when they're one-handed. And that's pretty much, I just walked up to him and got smacked in the face trying to interrupt his swing, which is certainly not going to happen. And then, so right there, I went to the gesture menu because I thought that I thought I killed him. So basically, that's what happened there, and I didn't get the follow up, and then we draw again. So this guy is pretty much where I'm at right now, I guess, as far as skill level, because we keep getting draws. So I run down there and try to find him again, and I found his sign. So then I was like, oh, you know what? I'll switch weapons to the Pontiff Knight Curved Sword. Kind of switch it up with a little bit of a different play, just to see how it stacks against his play. And you know, no surprises here. Running attacks, and I try to get him in between before his hyper armor kicks in, but like right there, I got him, I rolled away, but then I took one in the face. So he should have like pretty much no stamina right now. And they pulled the Kestis out to parry. So I went to go weapon art him because I saw him pull the Kestis out. I figured he was going to try to parry me. So I ran over to do a weapon art because it's not, you can't parry it, and I fell for it. I just took one right in the face, and then right there, I just figured he didn't have enough stamina. So he just chopped me in half. Pretty good stuff. So obviously I want a rematch because I can't let 2 draws and then a win happen. Like, we have to be tied. The force has to be in balance. So I found him. I put down a bunch of embers for him, and then I figured we'd get one last one going. And I was like, if he wins, he wins. If he doesn't, you know, draw time. So I was like, oh, you know what? I'll play around with the Lothric Knight greatsword, because I haven't really played around with that too much. And you know, we'll have a greatsword off. The greatest sword. So it's more of the same. He ends up, you know, doing the rolling attacks. I'm doing the rolling attacks. That was really risky of me to do, but usually you can hit and roll before the attack comes if you're quick enough. Because a lot of times they'll charge the heavy attack, so it takes a second. It's right there. It was a favorable trade. Not the best thing for me to do, but right now, I mean, trading is what you do with an ultra sword. And I just outranged him there. But he was wheeling around, and I guess he just didn't realize how much range this stupid thing had, so that was that. So here we have a dude with, what does he have? Lothric Knight Ultra Sword. So the same thing I was just using. And a Kestis. Oh no, he's just got the Great Sword, the Guts Sword. So if he one hands, he's got horizontal strikes. A little harder to deal with for me when he's at the horizontal strikes. And he's trying to keep pressure on with the Kestis, like hit me with the Kestis and then hit me with the heavy weapon. And oh yeah, I remember this through the Pyromancer. So I think he's got like a Chaos Greatsword or something weird like that. So like it ends up doing a lot of chip damage through my shield. I feel like he beats me because he's doing really well right now, but he's gonna be really squishy. We'll see. This thing kind of has a way of cutting people down pretty quick. I feel like I got a rolling attack in my future here, though. Trying all sorts of shit. But pretty much I'm just trying to keep my distance. I don't know why it doesn't have Flame Surge. Flame Surge is like the goods. Throwing fire bombs at me instead. But right there. Yep, I beat him. So he snatched defeat from the jaws of victory there. Typically you don't want to be throwing fire bombs at people if you're a Pyromancer, because that's what your spells are for. So I got kind of sick of doing Pontiff for a little while, and I grabbed another character, like a little hamburger cosplay, and basically I use the Great Club, and I have a Kestis. It's level 120, pretty standard stuff, 66 strength, and then I have a heavy 4-pronged plow because you know, it's like an eating utensil, looks like a damn fork, so I thought it was appropriate for a hamburger stealer to have a fork. So this dude, pretty interesting stuff here. I don't think I've ever encountered somebody doing this kind of stuff. And obviously it worked. Like, cranked me with the Soul Sphere pretty easily. And I don't know if they did the turnaround like lock-on cast thing, but right there broke my lock-on and then hit me. So using that that chameleon spell is pretty good because it breaks my lock-on, and then he rolls behind me. And yeah, it was hard for me to dodge because I couldn't dodge to the side as easily because I wasn't locked onto him. So it was pretty clever. I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get to play against him again because that was actually a really clever strategy that I've never seen before in this freaking thing. So, you know, not learning my lesson, I pretty much do the same thing. Try to get him with the baseball swing, thinking I'll go through him, but he just poises right through because of that perseverance weapon art. And then, you know, now we're waiting again for another one. So what happens here? Who's this guy? These matches are so damn fast in the arena because, like, nobody has any friggin' health. So it's like a 2-3 hit thing. Like right there. 1, 2. That was it. So he had Valor Heart. um, but it didn't matter because I hit him with a combo and he died. So I imagine the split leaf greatsword is probably like bananas in the arena because people have 30% less health. So, and that thing hits really hard. So what do we got here? Boom, boom. Goddard twin swords, maybe? These are sellsword twin blades, and he's got Goddard twin blade on them. And those things clearly hit very hard. And he hit me like 2 times. And I have, like, he could probably throw and knife me down at this point. And then this stupid sword again, finishing me off with it. Never learn. That thing's good. I can't hate it because it does so well, or it works so well. All right, what does he got? Karthus greatsword. Where's the Marakumo? I can never tell. They look the damn same. So, pretty much I'm just trying to feel this person out, put a little pressure on, right there. So I think that's the Murakumo because it's the spin to win instead of the, like the spin and the jump move that looks super cool. But, you know, hit him twice and he dies, so that's the arena. Yeah, the arena is like tough because you don't get a lot of time to talk. I guess you do. So we got Lucerne. So pretty standard polearm stuff. This one has a combo just like the split leaf greatsword, but it's a little less damaging. But with the Leo ring, if you hit him in a counter attack, as he just did, it can do a pretty good amount of damage. But he's got a pretty good amount of life. 1300 damage to him really quickly, and he's got like a little shred left. So if he plays it smart, he can outrange me, which is what I would do if I was him. I don't know if I realized that and pulled the spear out. Oh, I figured I'd just Kestis him, and then I grabbed the spear, and then I'm pretty sure I stab him. I think he might get. There we go. Yep, spear. Spear's good. So pretty much his only advantage that he had was that he had the range on me, and then once I took that away, he had pretty much nothing left. So this dude, has got Tears of Denial on, maybe, or was it Sunlight Blade he cast? It's hard to tell. One glow looks the same as another. But he's got some sort of dagger, which, oh, it's a twin dagger. I don't know what weapon is a twin dagger. So this dude, his Tears of Denial went off, and he keeps quick stepping through me. So yeah, watch what kills him. It's pretty good. This is why I have these gloves. And then he pulled the Avalon out, and I'm like, ah, what a dick. I hate that thing. But yep, I got him in my gloves, my armor of thorn gloves. Did 1 damage to him, and that was all. Then he died. So I'd completely forgotten that I had those on, and that's the reason that I had those is because sometimes people use Tears of Denial and they don't die, and you just roll around them, and that usually gets them. Which I didn't do because I forgot. I haven't played this with this character in a long time. So he hits me with a lightning stake. All in all, it was a winning trade for me because I got 2 hits on him, and that was it. But his lightning stake did a freaking ton of damage on me. He only hit me like once, and that's more than half of my life. So I don't know if they buffed Faith spells, but the offensive ones. He must have had like a lightning clutch ring on or something. And maybe that's why he didn't. That's why he took so much damage. So we got small shield and a regular old longsword. Oh, it's got lightning to it, so some sort of infusion. But you can see he like chopped me up twice. I think he hit me 3 times. I'm almost dead. And then he cast warmth to heal. Started throwing fire bombs at me. So I was like, oh, I'll just go in the warmth and hang out, and then he just zaps me. I pretty much had lost that one anyway, so. Although warmth is a pretty good strategy for healing, I guess. So what do we got? Foom Knight Ultra Great Sword. So the thing's got more range than I have, but it's also swings vertically, so you know you can backstab him pretty well if you try. But I didn't. That's not really this character's game. Pretty much just trying to trade with him. So I tried to slow down that third hit to roll catch him, but no luck. So then I think I spear him down. Battery kills me. I don't know. But you can see there's a little bit of a connection difficulty there. So right there, he had the medium shield. You saw how I bounced off of his shield, and then he did a parry immediately after. So that's he thought I was gonna swing at him twice. It's a setup parry. So with those little shields, basically, you just block the first hit, and then if they swing again and you parry immediately, you'll get it. It works really well against spears. But because I saw that, I was like, nope, only swing him once. He's gonna try to set up parry me. It's pretty standard stuff. So he's got the Exile Greatsword and a Pyromancy Flame. So a lot of weird combinations here. I was like, oh, I'll leave a Divine Blessing for him, and maybe he'll pick it up and use it, because I was kind of interested in what the hell he's got going on. But yeah, that didn't work. So I was like, all right, I'll pick it back up and we'll go. Maybe you can't see items in the arena or something. That would make sense. But usually anything with like a curved Ultra Greatsword or a curved Greatsword and a Pyromancy Flame is going to be interesting. Like, it's not a normal combination. He had like heavy armor. Like, just curious what was going on there. So a rematch with this guy in a different arena. He doesn't have a helmet on, so he takes extra damage because he's missing a piece of armor. I don't know if he has like a little crown or tiara or something like really small that I can't see. But if you don't have a complete set of armor, you actually. So he did like a backstep, like little running attack thing. So fancy stuff like that gets you killed pretty regularly. But not this time. This time he caught me off guard. But, yeah, back stuff. So I don't like them because you don't have iframes, but you can close the distance a little easier with them. And I don't know if it's faster or what. Like, I don't know. I don't really know why people use them to charge up a running attack, because sprinting at them seems better. But that's not me. So what do we got? Straight sword. Two-handing a straight sword. I think. Unless that's like a claymore or something. Maybe it's a bastard sword. I don't know, either way, I'm not very familiar with it. So, pretty much, he's just wheeling around. And I'll just swing for the fences and try to get him. It does hit fairly hard, but it's not that bad. Most other, like, good weapons would have gotten me by then. And then he pulls out a whip and he's got a Kestis, so things are a little weird. Like, he must be doing a cosplay because his name's Witcher, I guess. I don't know if he ever, to my knowledge, Geralt doesn't ever use a whip, but I have not played all the games, so I couldn't tell you. So he tried some different stuff, pulled the dagger out, and then tried to running attack me, which is just not. Don't do running attacks with daggers. It doesn't work. They're not fast enough, and they don't have the range, so you have to get way too close. Like, you just can't get out in time. So, split leaf great sword. So pretty much what I need to do is watch out for that combo, and he's got a Black Knight shield. So he's gonna one hand. If he one hands, then he doesn't have his hyper armor. But if he two hands, he does. So that's something to keep in mind when I'm using my spear. But usually the club will break people's hyper armor. I lucked out just being a little low there. And then I'll just play hide and seek around this stupid thing. But he would have hit me with that crossbow bolt, more than likely. It was a pretty smart strategy if I kept standing there charging my stuff. But Yeah, I don't mind the regular crossbow as much as the Avalon. I don't know why that thing just makes me mad. Probably got like butt hurt getting low level invaded one time and somebody had that. So then he just cross mowed me down and that was it. I was too far away. I thought I was two-handing, as you can see by my continued swinging of the fist there. But yeah. So little mistakes like that happen a lot with me when I'm having adult beverages. So rematch with the Witcher here. So pretty decent at dodging. So pretty much exactly the same as what happened last time. Swung a bunch. I ended up catching him on the last one, and he's just wheeling around trying to get an opening there, and he ended up catching me. So right here. Pretty much when I fully charged the swing, so he tried to get a backstab on me, which is pretty good, but I got out of there. He has the same problem as me. He probably just isn't pressing the button early enough. When you're trying to backstab online, you have to really press it early, like much earlier than you think. So I pulled the spear out, try to poke him from a distance. He ends up trading with me, but it's thrust damage, so thrust counter is usually good, even without the Leo ring. The Hollow Slayer Greatsword? That must be what it is, because he had the 3 attacks, and I think that's the only one with that attack pattern. So now he's got the whip, but he put it away. I think he should keep it out. I don't know if he ends up getting me with it, but it's got a lot of range. So he's trying to roll attack with the whip because that's pretty much the fastest thing that it has. And it's got a lot of range because that would have gotten me if I didn't roll. So pretty much I got to try to catch him. Yep, right there. So I was just trying to catch him in between his attacks. I saw him like getting the weapon art ready. I think it's called Impact or whatever. Which actually does have some hyper armor. This is a weapon art. Most weapon arts have some manner of it. And yeah, I ended up poking him. So split leaf greatsword again. Seeing this thing a lot. Oh, actually, is this the Black Knight Glaive? Yeah, I think this is the Black Knight Glaive, not the split leaf. Could be wrong. It's tough to tell. They all kind of look the same from a distance. So right there, he just waited. Yeah, it's Black Knight Glaive. But he has range on me, so if he's smart, he's just gonna use his spacing to his advantage, like he did earlier, and just wait till I whiff and then whack me. I don't know why he keeps doing the weapon art. It makes no sense. It's not a good opener. Basically, that's just when you hit him with the R1, you hit him with that, and that's a lot of the strength of how good this thing is. But he did get me with all 3 of them from there, so he's using his spacing correctly. And I think he pulled out a broadsword. Yeah, it looks like a broadsword. So pretty much I gotta be really careful now because he can. Well, he got me with the running attack, but with the broadsword, it does this heavy attack that takes a really big step forward, and you can usually get more range. You can catch people with it. It's actually really good for roll catching because it steps forward and does like a slash. So here we go, Solaire cosplay, right? Oh, wait a minute, what the fuck is going on here? So this will be my second hacker of the evening, but I can't even be mad because yeah, he's Solaire and he's grossly incandescent. So we'll play around because I can't like quit anyway, so I might as well swing at him. So I was one-handed the club by accident, but you'll see when I end up hitting him, I only do like 200 damage to him. So he's got, you know, obviously some crazy shit going on where because this thing hits much harder than that. So I don't know what he's got going on in his little hacksaws other than glowing awesomely. And if that was all he did, then I'd be pretty happy, but that is not all he does. So then he just backstabbed all my life out of me, and that was that. But at least it's creative with the he's glowing. I really don't know how the hell that happened. I gotta figure that shit out. I wonder if this dude has like a YouTube video of him just glowing at people. So this guy has Goddard Twin Swords, and he's using Dark Moon Blade, and he's probably got like Flynn's Ring and some other stuff going on, so that he does a boatload of damage. But I end up one-shotting him with a normal attack. We did like 1141. We end up drawing. So this is the last match. If you enjoyed this, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.